68 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted. And every 9 minutes, that victim is a child. A statistic from RAINN.org, our nation's largest anti-sexual violence organization. Hi, my name's Haley Ring, and today I will be informing you all on the topic of self-defense. The U.S. Department of Justice came out with a recent stat that stated 1.9 million women and 3.2 million men are physically assaulted in the United States alone every single year. My last day of senior year of high school, the girls took a full day, 8-hour self-defense course. In this video, you will see me doing my testing at the end of that 8-hour full day course. So, I'd like to say I know a little bit about the subject and have only used reputable sources to back up my information. To give a little preview of what I'm going to be talking about today, I'm going to talk about how to prevent an attack from happening, how to prep when a threat is present, and how to fight within an attack. So first, how to prevent an attack from happening. NBC News came out with an article in 2017 by a man named Steve Cardian. Now, Steve Cardian is a self-defense expert with 30-plus years as a police officer, detective, and FBI instructor. Within this article, Steve discusses the 7-second rule. The 7-second rule states that it takes a perpetrator 7 seconds to decide if they will choose to attack a victim once they first glance upon that victim. With this in mind, Steve and his crew did an experiment. They went to a jail and got a group of inmates together who were jailed specifically for violent offenses. Now, they showed him a video of pedestrians, people just like you and me, walking to and from. They asked them to label those they would see as an easy target and those they would say they wouldn't mess with. Funny thing is, they all picked the exact same people, and Steve and his crew concluded that it had nothing to do with age and nothing to do with whether that person was male or female. So, how do we look like one of those people that they would not label as an easy target? 3 simple ways. Number 1, you want to walk strong with a purpose. You want short, normal, purposeful steps, good posture, and head up looking at what is going on around you all the time. Number 2 is that you actually want to make split-second eye contact with anyone who seems like a threat. If you show the perpetrator that you see them, they are much less likely to attack you because they've lost the element of surprise. And lastly is that you want to be attentive. This is the idea that you do not want to be looking on your phone and walking with your head down. You want to look up and around at everything that is going on around you. Next is how to prep when a threat is present. This is the idea if someone was approaching you and you knew that physical contact was coming. 2 things you want to do. Number 1, you want to scream no, and number 2, you want to hold a strong stance. A lot of people get screaming no confused with yelling. You actually don't just want to scream or yell. If somebody was walking by and they heard me go no versus me just screaming, that would probably tell them that something dangerous was up more than a scream would. Little kids scream all the time. We scream all the time as a joke or when we're excited. And number 2 is that you want to hold that strong stance. In my class, they told us 1 foot forward and 1 foot back with knees bent and hands up. This enables you to keep your balance, it enables you to guard your body, and it enables you to throw a swing if need be. And lastly is how to fight within an attack. The UCDC.edu, a current research center out of the University of California, gives us 3 easy, simple pieces of advice. Number 1 is that you want to keep the technique simple. You actually want to hit with open hands instead of fists so that you don't injure your hand in the process. And you want to go specifically for the eyes and the nose. Number 2 is the idea that you want to follow through. This really means that you want to give 110% the whole time, even if you think that the perpetrator is down. And lastly is do not panic. Easy to say when we're not in the middle of an attack, but the idea is to train your mind now, to stay within a sound mind during a high-intensity situation, so that if this was to occur, you would be able to use your brain to how to effectively fight back and how to get away. To conclude, I've told you guys today how to prevent an attack from happening, how to prep when a threat is present, and how to fight within one. During the duration of this speech, going back to the quote that I began with, 5 people have already been attacked. So let's work together to keep each other safe and make sure you stay on your guard.